Machine Shop. Today we got a continuation of the Pratt Whitney lathe restoration, or the tear down at the present moment. And what we're going to look at today is we're going to look at the gear train, and it's right under here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, we're going to take off the covers, we're going to go in and we're going to explore the gear train, and maybe I can explain a little bit how everything works. So give me a minute, let me move the camera, and we'll get started. Alright guys, we're at the back of the lathe. And what we're about to do is we're going to remove these covers, and they just slide on. And under these covers is sets of gears, change gears, and they're just regular spur gears. But we're going to get in there, and I'm going to show you how they work, and then we're going to take them apart, put them in a box over here, probably tag them, and continue with the lathe restore. So here we go. All right, so the first cover that comes off is the main cover, and it just pops off. I'm going to set this over here out the way. Okay, the second cover is the cover that covers up the relieving attachment gear train. So it's got two bolts back here, and they're loose, and they just slide on the same way. Kind of slide off. We'll go set that over here. Alright, so we've got the covers off, and here's what we got. Here's the gear train that actually drives quick change gearbox. There's a set of change gears here. There's a gear, there's a banjo and set of change gears, and you can get different ranges by changing these gears in combination with the quick change gearbox. Over here we have the same thing. It's a quick change gearbox, or a set of change gears, and this drives a relieving attachment. And it's got a banjo, and it's got a gear set also, and it's according to the pitch that you use on the relieving attachment which sets of gears you have. I've showed the gears in the video of Pratt Whitney in the beginning. So you can see some of that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking them apart. And I'm going to start taking them apart. Well, let me demonstrate how it works here a little bit before we do that. So we have a banjo, and we have a little door here. And this is on the change gears. And this little door comes out. Okay, I brought you over. Like I said, the little door was sitting in here. Okay, it comes off, and you have your gear train here in the inside. So loosen your banjo. I guess it would help if I turned it the right way. Loosen your banjo, and it slides into the gear train. Okay, and when you're doing this, normally you'll put a piece of paper in there or something like that to give it the right spacing. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, and it shouldn't be really, it should have some clearance. And then you have to put it in gear. Alright, so this should start pulling your change gears. There you go. And you can see it's doing all of them. So it's pulling your quick change gearbox, and it's pulling in your sets of relieving attachments. So we'll take this back out of gear and loosen the banjo back up, pull it back out of the way. Alright, so wipe some sweat off the brow here. It's still 85 degrees out here. It's not too bad, but it's really humid. It's been like it's wanting to rain all day long. We're going to take this set of gears apart. We have two gears here on the back side. They need to come off, as well as this gear train. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to mark them. And I'm just going to start here. And we're going to put relieve banjo. Okay, and then we'll take and mark this gear And I don't think it really matters. I just want to put them back in the right spot. So I'll mark this gear here, relieve. Okay. So we take our wrench and all right, let's see. There we go. So we pull this gear off. And what we're doing is we're going to inspect the lathe. So we have a bushing, have a nut, and we have a gear. And let's get a bit of this slide. What are we looking at? So that's right off. Okay? So we're going to put it in a box. Alright. Wrench. There we go. We got that one broke loose. They're not very tight. We need to mark this gear too. Let's see. Okay. We're going to mark it, relieve, gear. Alright. Now it's going to be a little more stubborn. Comes right off. Then we got a little spur gear here. It's on a pinion. It just taps right out, and you're supposed to hold on to it until you get rid of it, and or else you'll drop it. And I hope I didn't break it. All right, so we're going to put it back on its spur. Now we go where it's at. And let's see. Get a little bushing in here. And it turns in there, so we need to check that out. Let's see if we can get some degreaser. Okay, I just got a little degreaser here in a bottle. Sprayed a shaft. And it looks really good. No scarring, no wear. Can't see anything in it. And so we'll put it down here. Alright, let's look at this bearing board. It's got a little bronze bearing in it. And if it gets oil, there's a little oil right here. So drip the oil in and it goes down into the bronze bearing. So let's take a look at it. I'll have a flashlight. It looks real good. No wear in it. No visible wear anyway, no grooving. Looks real good. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll take a piece of paper, cardboard paper, or like poster board, and we'll cut us a piece and stick it in there and protect the bearing from now on. Alright, let's wipe some more sweat off the brow. Okay, so we got, let's see. Oh, there we go. Here's another one. Do the same thing. Degreaser. Again, if you look, it looks real good. And we'll look at it. There we go. All right, now that's in the box. So now let's come around and we'll look at this bushing. Now this bushing's got, I don't know if it's an oil passage or maybe something that when they casted it, but it's got some kind of a groove in the bottom, like pitting, like a casting might have. If you look right in there, there's some pitting in there, but I think it's fine. It's no wear hardly in the bearing at all. But I think it's just where, when they casted the bearings, if they did cast the bearings, they, all these gears out. And so now we need to, let's see. There we go. All right, again, make sure you hold on to everything. All right, so that bearing's kind of a stiff joker. We're going to take it apart and see what's wrong inside that gearbox before we put it back together. Alright. Got it sitting here. Got a little T-nut, a little nut back here. Again, hold on to things, it'll come loose. So we'll tighten it up or put it back on its threads, and then you'll know where it goes. Alright, and so we have a banjo left, and I'm going to leave them on there for right now. We'll have to work on them in a minute. Okay, so now we're going to change these gears. It's basically the same thing. We'll take them apart and then maybe we can get into this gearbox tonight. So we've got a nut here. There we go. That was easy. Because I'm leaving these drives in the banjos connected. That way it gives it a little bit of resistance. And it don't take much, but what you can do, what I found out you can do is if you take them, just kind of hold them and give them a quick little pop, they'll pop loose. Alright. That's some pretty coarse threads in there too, maybe 3/4, 6 or something like that. I'll measure them one of these days and let you know. Alright, so this gear 9/16, I think. Let's see. Yeah. 9/16 Armstrong here, and good. Well, we could take a banjo and kind of push everything away. That might come off. Let's go ahead and finish this one. This one turns a lot freer than the other one did. Okay. I like to try to keep all this stuff together until I clean it and put it back together. So. Well, I didn't take those, did I? Let's see. We'll take that one. Really, there's nothing to take. Yeah, we know if they got tape, they belong to the relieving attachment. All right, let's see. All right, here's one. We should have to start with. All right, so there we go. Here. Got got a nut for this one. The gear housing here. Okay. All right. I don't want to step in front of you guys, so we just got one here, and I'll take it off. All right, let's put them in the bag. I don't think so, so we're going to take this one back off. Now, this is going to be a little persuasion. Got some pins. All right, it's got a pin. It's got a pin right there, and a pin right there, and I'm pretty sure we don't have to just come straight off in those two areas. Got it now. Let's see what's happening here. There we go. Again, we got our bearing surfaces in here. And we're going to clean them up a little bit. Let's see what they look like. This shaft looks amazing. I mean, not one lick of scarring. So I'm assuming this bearing will be just as amazing. Okay, we got a little thrust washer. All right, so there's the bearing surface in there. Look at it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, so we have a gear that comes out of here. Ooh, got another thrust washer. Look at there, it's got a little spring-loaded clutch. At how clean it is. Or the shaft, I say gear, I'm sorry, shaft. But anyway, here's one of the things that's cool about these old machines. You get to see how they work. So, well, I've taken the gears off. So now you have a gear here that drives these sets of gears, which in turn drives those. There's like apparently this is some kind of a clutch. that holds the gear in place. It allows you to shift. That's probably your shifter. Yep, see, here's your shifter. All right, and in turn that turns another set of gears. So, well, let's put it back together. We'll see how this works. Okay, we have this gear, and it's got, I guess you could call that a detent. So it fits up on this shaft, and you can take it and pull it out of gear, and it'll turn until it catches. And then that turns that shaft, which in turn turns the gear train. So we'll pull this back off. Apparently there's a shift fork in there. Another thing. Okay guys, here's the shift fork and the tongue, and this is how you shift it in and out of gear. So pull that out. It's just spring loaded. We put it back in gear. So look at the condition of the shaft. I mean, absolutely no wear whatsoever in this shaft. 100 years old.